Yeah, buddy. The third installment of the Church of Great Scott. And behind me there is the Fort Mason Farmers Market. It's my church, one of my churches. The farmers markets are my churches, really. And I got several amazing vendors here every Sunday. E&H Farms, the local mushrooms, Hall's Organic. It's got like all the carrots and greens and beets and all that stuff, and then the midwife and the baker with the Way Beyond Organic bread. I bring that backstage for Backstage Organics. Anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. Mark 14:22 is the verse we're looking at. And from my understanding, it's about alcohol. And Jesus says that he's after he drinks that wine at that last little celebration where he turns the water into wine, I think that's when he says this, where, you know, that's it. After that he's not going to drink any more fruit from that vine until the new kingdom. And so from my understanding, that new kingdom has not come yet, and it's coming soon, maybe. So and then, you know, so that I don't really get the whole part where we're drinking the wine in church. I know what it symbolizes, but nevertheless, if we're going by the apostles' teachings and straight from the apostles and Jesus, then that goes against what Jesus was saying, and that bird agrees. Yeah, buddy. That's right. So, you know, and I was at church today, Catholic church in San Francisco, St. Ignatius, which is amazing. And I've been going there every Sunday. And, you know, I was sitting in the front row this time, and as soon as he poured that wine, I could smell it. And it kind of made me feel sick to my stomach, because I don't drink. And I just smelt that poison. And I also realized, this was last week, that the communion wafers are not organic. And so, as you guys all know, I eat all organic food. So the only exception was coming to church to eat some non-organic food. And I know that we bless it and all that amazing, you know, like no matter how much we bless the food, still doesn't take away from conventional agriculture and pesticides and herbicides and synthetic fertilizers and the rest of it all. And so I looked and I Googled to see if there were organic communion wafers, and it was really interesting what I found, that on Google search, Amazon had one from Swanson Christian Supply, I think, and it said gluten-free and organic, and I was like, yippee! You know, and I was thinking, I'm just gonna buy these, a huge... There's the isness indicator. Oh man. Let's just take that in. That's a major confirmation right there. And the birds chirping, and the band stopped. I almost want to cry. So to finish my sentence, there is a photoshopped USDA certification on the package. And I don't think it was Swanson, it might have been even Amazon that did it. And I know my organic food really well. And so I'm like, wow, that's incredible, because there's no other organic wafer, communion wafer brands or companies out there, anywhere. And it's all, the only one that comes close are several gluten-free ones and kosher, which is odd. But anyways, and I looked at the ingredients much closer, and there was nothing about organic ingredients. So that's what's up. It was like, what the heck is that about? And so that car was like the isness. If you watch my videos, you'll see these isness indicators where these noises come in right at the perfect moment. And if you listen really carefully, like if you're not watching and you can actually listen sometimes, maybe re-watch this and just listen, and you can hear those indicators, because I'm calling that in from God and Jesus and all the apostles, is that those indicators to guide us. And if we listen really closely, we will be guided so we can live that pure life, purity in purest form. And it starts with, you know, clean water and clean food and clean seeds. None of this GMO and pesticide and conventional type of agriculture. And yeah, so I was inspired to. I think this is going to be it. I'm going to start. This is the official beginning of my church that I'm starting myself, because I haven't found, and I went across the street to the St. Ignatius, to another church, Catholic church, to see if they're doing wine, if that's a normal thing to serve the wine. And you know, the pastor drinks the wine, but the people don't drink the wine. But nevertheless, it's wine in the church. So that's you know, and I just got the message from God that that's not part of the pure message that's coming straight from Jesus. So that's what I'm going with, and I'm just being guided, and that's all I know. So you know, if you want to, you know, I was taught my first sermon I did, is that if you want to call it, teachings, was about celibacy, and you know, being the bridegroom. And an unmarried celibate teacher is what the monastic way of life. And so that's really what's up. And of course that's got to be the hardest path to take ever. And I really didn't come to that until 8 amazing long-term loving relationships with incredible women in my life. And thanks to my mom and my father, there's those isness sounds that they helped me, you know, because they kept their marriage together, and they're best friends and lovers, Marilyn and Seth, and bless their hearts, because they're the happiest and most healthy married couple I've ever met, and they happen to be my parents. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna keep this under 10 minutes, and wow, I still got another 3 minutes. That's all good. I think I put a lot into this one. So, yeah, thank you for subscribing to my church, and you know, come visit me in San Francisco. You can be a part of all this. Blessings from the Fort Mason Farmers Market.